Very much hello, my friends. So today we're going to talk about those first few moments in the morning that really set you into your new identity, or not, if you're forgetting about it. I'm going to walk through with you with three it happens very quick moments in your morning, but it can completely change the outcome of your day. It can completely change the state that you are in, what you believe to be true for yourself, and the identity that you're making decisions from. Because for you to create the new version of yourself, for you to create the version that you're desiring, you have to act from that place, right? And for you to act from that place, you have to have thoughts from that place, right? Because action follows thought, or instinct, right? Which is beliefs, just conscious beliefs that you don't even have to think about. So, which means your identity, the energetic tune, if you will, of your identity, the orchestra of sounds of the beliefs within you, the identity that you feel that you are. So in the morning, as you are coming to, now this is what I found very nourishing for us, for myself, very nourishing for myself, and where I was actually able to follow this identity strengthening, a new belief system strengthening, it going into my subconscious mind. So then things became new. Things that used to be challenging became easy because I understood it from a different point of view. So the first step as you're coming to yourself is, this is your chance to choose an identity for the day. Okay? This is your chance that as your awareness comes in, like, who do I choose to be today? This is your co-creative freedom. Who do you choose to be today? Because if you just go ahead and regrind yesterday's thought, or the identity thoughts of 10 years ago still humming in you, then you're just going to recreate what you have been experiencing. And if you want to change that, then that means you need to change. That means the identity needs to change. So in the morning, as you are coming to, is your choice to choose an identity. Your choice to say, yes, these are the things that I'm afraid of, that create anxiousness in me or create doubt in me. But I know that everything is available to me. So I am choosing the version of me that is a successful person in life, a successful person in health, wealth, freedom, impact. And I serve my community, my people, what I'm here to put in the world. And that is who I am today. And as such, I am thinking from that state. I'm thinking from health, from wealth, from freedom. Okay? So you set the tone. This happens in a couple of, not even seconds. It's less than that. Then, you take your awareness to, as the awareness comes to be lived, you have already given it the first food to digest, your first choice to digest. Here, today, I am a 100K a month earner. Now, of course, if you haven't even reached 10K, that might be hard for you to receive. Okay, so there are deeper classes on as to what you want to choose as your outcome, but choose something that you believe that can happen for you, and something that stretches. That's the easiest. Take it by step. You don't have to jump up 5 steps if your system is not ready for that. Okay? So Then at this second part, or as moments go in your time, now you actually see kind of like the flood or the flow starting to come into you, the flow of information starting to come to you, the flow of your old identity and the automations of your mind starting to come in. And right there, now again, with actually seeing through, like, oh yeah, I believed that yesterday. I don't believe it anymore. That's simply not true. You are now having the choice to actually create a three-part framework for the day to always bring you back into your identity, always help you, to remind you that you are the version of yourself that you're desiring. And you're making decisions from that place and acting from that place, okay? And knowing that you are provided for by the source of life. Now, there are deeper truths to break down in here. I have other videos about that. Right now, what I'm going to say is there's this little point of clarification that calls to be spoken to is many times people feel that, well, if I'm provided for, then I just relax all day, do nothing because God is providing everything. Remember, you are co-creating. So you are taking the first step. Just like in the morning, you took the first step. You are taking a step in co-creation with God, saying, this is what I desire, God. I want to live by the beach. So then what would your co-creative steps be? Looking at homes on the beach, looking to find out which beach you want to live at, looking to see how far from the beach you want to live, whether on the first floor or your building, second floor. You're taking steps to keep alive that vision. You're taking in the mental food that's being given to you by your imagination, and you're digesting it, saying, yes, that's available to me. I'm acting on it. I'm doing it. And the money part, of course, there's the money part. What are you doing that is in service to humanity? There's always a giving and receiving exchange. There's always an exchange. Okay? Whether you did the exchange in this lifetime or your ancestors did it before you, and now you don't even have to move a finger to receive money, you are still a human being that is participating in this world, and you cannot feel fulfillment for the purpose and in the purpose of your life unless you give, you serve, you do something, you create something that you see it grew into its physicality, that it's experienceable in the world. The wealthiest people on earth who are aligned in their true purpose, they create and give until they leave their physical bodies. Okay? So that is, now looking from this perspective, you understand the provision differently and in a way that this is a co-operation. Okay? So set up three kind of like prongs for your day, three frameworks. This could be as easy as you set an alarm every 4 hours for you to remember this. You are co-creator. The higher version of your spirit is flowing into you, and you take actions from that place, digesting it and then birthing it into life. And then the third part. Now, all this happens and can happen within 1 minute of you waking up. My question to you is, do you give yourself, do you feel that you and the God within you, the source of life within you that's expanding through you, is valuable enough to slow down for a second, to give yourself the breath and this nourishing in the morning. This is your true breakfast. This is your whole breakfast, being fed by your heavenly. I love that. My that I love that. I hope that helps you to envision it more. You can mire in here as long as you want. You can do this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, up to you. Notice your empowered belief of yourself. You're a co-creator. So the third part, and I know I'm really stretching this out because isn't it true that in every moment there is so much information, and the truer or the more connected that information it is to truth, the more light you're receiving, the more you being in your truth, you're receiving the higher frequencies that you are living in and emanate your light into the world. You are creating the ripple effect by your being. Coming to the third, coming to the third part is remember that we are not here to fight those negative, those limiting beliefs, those that are hooking into you. And you know it, you feel it. You very well know the difference between a positive, prospering, towards life moving, creative, and the feeling of it. And you very well know when you are kind of like in negative thoughts and you keep going deeper and doubts come in a moment, you even lose, almost like you lose your consciousness that is connected in truth. You are in forgetfulness. So this is your self-leadership to hold yourself and empower yourself in connection. Okay? We're not fighting in the realm of negative thoughts and emotions and resonances. We are remembering that we are here to connect into the truth of the highest truth. Many say there isn't one truth. Many say there is only one truth and no individual truths. The way I perceive it is that there is what is that name? Supreme truth that is sensible, perceivable in our unique way for everyone. And we express it a unique way, but the base of it, the resonance of it, the remembrance of it is that recognizable one truth. You could have 100 people saying the same thing, speaking to the truth, and you can have it 100 ways expressed and spoken, never repeating the exact same. That is the nature of life. No two same leaves, no two same ice. Ice. No, that's right. Oh my gosh. Flakes. Remember that what you are looking for is always the connection. What you are dedicating your memory to and your attention to is the connection, because it is in that space of connection that you are immediately lifted out of the space of limitations and scarcity. And simply by the highest resonance, the healing nature of it, you realize, that scarcity is in my truth. And then you are now thinking from heavenly prosperity. Isn't that so much easier of a movement in the flow? You're correcting yourself rather than fighting, fighting, fighting. And also, the more that you do this, the more that you do not give attention to the limited or the scarce thoughts, you simply stop giving them food. You stop giving them life, because their life is your attention. And if you don't give it to them anymore, they will simply dissolve out of your system. And the more that you give your attention to the highest light within you, to the connection, that one truth, which you feel in your body, the more that you are bringing this into your lived experience, into the embodiment of who you are, and being the testimony of living heaven on earth now. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friends. And as always, I always love to hear this, how this information flows through your body, what comes up for you to transform. The many ways God's children are growing. Thank you, my friends. We'll be here next week time. And what end? That's it. That's it.